All right, we are doing another Squardle today. So if you're not familiar with Squardle, check out the link in the description to a previous video that I did where I went through the rules a little bit more, but basically it's like Wordle, but we've got a bunch of different words that cross each other. So I know a lot of people like to start with the word ratio. My oldest son starts with the word ratio every day. So let's do ratio, why not? Okay, so there's an R in the first column. But not in the first row. There's an O in the first row, and the last row, but not the first column or the last column. Okay. No A or I in the grid. Now that's interesting. Anywhere in the grid, there's no A's or I's. So it's gonna be O's, U's, and E's, maybe a Y. There's a T somewhere in the grid, but it's not in the first row, first column, fifth or third row or third column. So it's gotta be in this fifth row or column and not, so it could be over here. Otherwise it's in one of these kind of middle ones here. So let's do something with an E and a U maybe. About flume. Yeah, that doesn't seem terrible. Okay. Oh wow, L-U-M, okay. It was not terrible after all. So, I mean, that could be plum. Plum. Now we're down here, so maybe we should guess something with a B and see if that's good. The E, so there could be an E down here potentially. No, there can't be because of the white E there. Okay, never mind, get rid of that. Okay, we know there's an O in this fifth row. And there's not an E, an A, or an I in this. What about like robot? That would be good, because we know there's a T somewhere in one of these two, either the row or the column, so that T would tell us which row, you know, if it's in the fifth row or the fifth row or the fifth column, or both. Sees if there's a B there for plum, and there's no A, I, or E, so it's gotta be U or O. Let's go with robot. Okay. So the T is in the fifth column here, and it's either there or there. And there's just the one O, because we guessed two O's, and so if there was more than one O, we would have two arrows on the O. Plus, these yellow O's are both telling us, oh, I don't know, oh, I guess I can hide those. That's interesting, I didn't know that was a thing, okay. Those yellow O's are both telling us that those aren't O's, and we know there's not an O over here, so there's only the one O. But there's not an E. It's gotta have a U, I think. There's no way you're gonna have B and two more consonants, or a Y. We could have a Y. It could be something B-B-Y even. Maybe. All right, well, we're up here for now, so let's see what we want to do. So I'm pretty sure this has to be plum. So let's do something with a P. We know there's an O up here. Maybe use some letters we haven't used yet, that would be good. So this isn't probably the best guess because we know there's no I, but I want to use the C and the U, and a D. We haven't done D yet either, so let's do Cupid. Okay, so it is plum, that's good, and there is a C. Okay, there's no D, no I. Okay, and there is a U in this first column, so that's interesting, but not there, so that is probably maybe an H after the C, because we know there's no O, so this first column has no O, no A, no I. It could have an E. It can't be at the end or third, but there could be an E second or fourth. But there is a U and an R. CH. I mean, this could be a U, but what is this word across here gonna be? U something U? Seems unlikely. And this can't be an E, so if that's CH, what's gonna go here? It can't be, yeah, it can't be an O, an A, or an I. or an E, and probably not a U. So it's probably not CH, actually. It could be CR, because we know there's an R. This letter is interesting here because it can't be A, I, O, or E. So if it's a vowel, it has to be a U. But what's gonna be U blank U? There's a P in here too. Crumb would be interesting because we'd have M's and B's. Is that possible? Bobby? Is Bobby? I wonder if Bobby is a... I mean, it's a name, but it could be a word as well. Bobby would be good here. Crumb. That'd be pretty tricky. It's possible, but then I still don't know what we're gonna put here. Usurp. Usurp. It's gotta have a P. Usurp. Oh wow, that would be an obscure word, but we actually haven't used an S at all yet, have we? I don't think we have. So yeah, the keyboard tells us we haven't used an S yet. So usurp seems like a good guess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do usurp. Okay, that's what it was. Awesome. So this is probably crumb. And I think Bobby. And then what's this one gonna be? So it needs to have a T and an E. The E could be down here. Oh, the T would have to be here then. Yeah, that's no good. All right, let's put let's put the T there. And then the E could be empty. Empty. Empty's good there. So, do we guess Bobby or empty is the question. I think I'm gonna go with empty because I feel fairly confident about crumb here. And I'm not sure what's going on at the top here yet. There is an O. But other than that... Okay, let's do empty. See if that's at all right. Okay, good. It is empty. We know there's an O up here. Oh, and the O has to be here because the yellow O here tells us there's not an O right there. So that one is an O. What would that be? Oh, it's not crumb. There's an E in that first column. It's not crumb. Okay. Some of you have commented that I need to look at more of the clues when I'm doing Squardle, and that's true. It is hard to keep track of all the clues. Now, we do know there's an O up here. This is not crumb. There's an R and an E. So this is probably not Bobby then. I didn't really like Bobby anyways because I feel like it's a name, but you know, it's also a slang term for a British police officer, so. So we've got the U, we've got the C, there's an R and an E in this word. And the R can't be right here because of the white R clue there. So this can't be the R, this can't be the R, this is an R. This is an R for sure. Okay. And this has to be the E then. Cruel and lobby. Lobby, I like lobby a lot better. Cruel and lobby. Okay, it's cruel and lobby. Now what's this one up here? We know it's C-O-P. We can't have an O, an A, an I, or a U in this position. Could be another E, but I don't think that's a word. That's not how you spell copy. I can't think of anything that would be. All right, so let's just go with cruel, and we'll see if that's right. Okay, so it was cruel. And now we'll do lobby. Now the question is, we don't have to write in lobby. Remember, we need to put a B in the 4th position. But we could actually use a letter in the 1st position here to try and figure out what this might be. So things that sound like they could be words are R, but we can't use an R. Another P, but I don't think that's another E. Oh, it can't be an E. An L? Copal? Can't be an L. Got the white L clue there. Can't be an M. An N? I don't think so. Maybe an S? An S? I don't know what that would be. Copes? Maybe that's a word? I mean, it's not copes as in like you cope with the situation, because that would be C-O-P-E-S. I'm not sure what C-O-P-S-E would be. Maybe that's a word I don't know. All right, so let's do a word that starts with S down here and has a B in the 4th position. So, stubs, that'll work. Okay, so that got us the B there, and it is an S. Okay, so it's copes, interesting. So, I don't know what that is, I'll have to look that up, but we got the Squardle solved at least, so that's good. All right, so let's look up copes. Oh, copes, okay, a small group of trees. There you go. All right, so that is a word. It means a small group of trees. I didn't know that one. A copse of trees. Oh, and it might not be pronounced copes. Let's see what Google says.
Copse.
Okay, so it's copse, I guess. So a copse of trees. That's really interesting. I've never heard that word before. So let me know how you did with today's Squirtle, and if you've ever heard of the word copse before, be sure to like and subscribe. Maybe consider hitting that join button down below, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Thanks. Bye. Let's say the plus is the yellow. That doesn't mean that there's an S in the answer, because what it's saying is, I mean, the R either has to be at the end or right here, which seems unlikely. Shrek. It's got to be Shrek, right? We did using tacos posed worse, which is almost a sentence, actually. We know there's an M somewhere in the grid. Ember. Oh, but this isn't an R.